Stop. Before you throw out that broken device, ask yourself, do you truly own it? Or do you just rent it from the corporation? The answer is infuriating. Welcome back to Fluent Talk.
And welcome back, Mr. Fixit. Listeners, remember that our goal is to help you understand English at a professional, conversational pace. If you can follow every complex idea about intellectual property and legal liability, your English comprehension is truly advanced.
That's right. And if terms like planned obsolescence sound complex, don't get discouraged. Just pause, look up the term, and then listen repeatedly. That is how you build a professional-grade vocabulary.
Now, let's begin today's monumental debate, the right to repair. I argue that corporations must maintain control over who repairs complex devices to ensure product safety, maintain valuable intellectual property, and protect consumers from further damage.
Oh, Miss Warranty. That is just corporate spin for we want to force you to buy a new one. We are fighting for consumer sovereignty, the right to fix what we paid for.
That is a philosophical argument, Mr. Fixit. We must consider the immense liability involved when an unqualified person attempts a repair and accidentally creates a fire hazard or renders a device a digital brick.
Let's talk about the root of the problem, planned obsolescence. Companies deliberately design products to fail right after the warranty expires. They glue batteries in, use proprietary screws, and refuse to sell basic parts. This is an unethical, anti-consumer practice that needs legal regulation.
That term, planned obsolescence, is highly pejorative. Companies innovate constantly. We are simply responding to market demands for thinner, faster, more integrated products. Furthermore, our designs, the microchips, the software, they're protected by intellectual property laws. To release the repair schematics is to give away our multi-billion-dollar investment to competitors.
The planned obsolescence. Can you define precisely how the term is used in legal consumer advocacy, Miss Warranty?
From the advocacy perspective, planned obsolescence refers to the deliberate design of a product to have an artificially limited useful life, either through components designed to fail or through software updates that slow the product down, thereby forcing the consumer to purchase a replacement.
Exactly. And the solution is the right to repair. If I buy a device, it is my property. We are demanding access to parts, tools, and manuals. If I can fix my own car, I can fix my own phone.
A modern phone is not a car. It's a complex computer that contains sensitive proprietary data. Your untrained repair can violate complex safety standards, like voiding essential certifications. We must protect our intellectual property.
You cannot sell something and still retain control over how it is used or fixed. Ownership must mean consumer sovereignty.
The greatest risk of DIY repair is that the consumer attempts to fix a complex electronic component and permanently disables the device, turning it into what we call a digital brick. This wastes resources and is a major safety concern if lithium batteries are mishandled.
A digital brick is a brick that was built to become a brick. Manufacturers use software locks or proprietary authentication to intentionally brick the device if a non-authorized part is detected, even if the part is perfectly functional. That's not protection, that's coercion.
But we barely follow the safety guidelines for charging, let alone disassembling a sealed electronic device. The specialized knowledge required to safely repair a modern laptop is often only available to authorized technicians at exclusive dealerships. We, must ensure professional standards.
I must interrupt. You used a term that sounds very serious. What exactly happens when a device becomes a digital brick due to an attempted repair? Like, what is the failure point?
A device becomes a digital brick when a repair attempt, often involving unauthorized parts or improper software calibration, causes a hardware or firmware failure that renders the device completely inoperable and unable to boot up or be restored. It, is permanently non-functional.
And why can only an exclusive dealership run the diagnostic software to unbrick it? Because you lock the software. We demand the release of that diagnostic software to independent repair shops.
That software contains proprietary code and poses immense liability risk. We cannot simply give away our intellectual property and risk fire or electrocution hazards from unskilled repairs.
The fundamental issue is consumer sovereignty. Once I hand over money for a product, that product is mine. I should be free to choose the cheapest, most convenient repair option, whether it's a local independent shop or myself. This benefits competition and the consumer's wallet.
Consumer sovereignty at the cost of quality? That is irresponsible. Our products are complex ecosystems. Repairs performed outside of exclusive dealerships often use third-party parts, which can damage the delicate internal workings and compromise the overall function and security of the device.
But the system of exclusive dealerships creates a monopoly. They charge 3 times the price for a simple battery swap and have weeks-long wait times. Without competition from independent shops, consumers are completely helpless.
Hold on, Mr. Fixit. What is an exclusive dealership in this context, and why is that model necessary for corporations? Why not just let anyone fix it?
An exclusive dealership or authorized service provider is a repair center that has an exclusive agreement with the manufacturer to receive official parts, tools, and diagnostic software. This creates a monopoly, blocking independent shops from performing many necessary repairs, thereby forcing consumers back to the expensive, slow, authorized service network.
That model is necessary for brand control. It ensures that every repair meets our high standard of quality, protecting the brand reputation and ensuring the consumer receives a guaranteed and warranted fix. We cannot allow unauthorized shops to compromise our quality.
Quality control is just an excuse for planned obsolescence. You'd rather we throw the item away than fix it affordably. Every device that becomes a digital brick or is prematurely discarded due to planned obsolescence becomes electronic waste or e-waste. This is an environmental catastrophe. The right to repair is fundamentally an environmental mandate. Extending product life is the greenest thing we can do.
The environmental argument is misleading. An unauthorized repair can easily cause a battery fire, leading to a much larger environmental and safety incident. Furthermore, the core purpose of a warranty is to protect the consumer from a faulty product, which is a vital consumer right in itself.
Your warranty is worthless if the fine print says that opening the case for any reason voids the entire thing. The sole function of that clause is to funnel consumers back to your costly, exclusive dealerships.
You mentioned consumer sovereignty earlier in our discussion. Could you define a core consumer right that you believe is violated by current corporate repair policies?
Certainly. A core consumer right being violated is the right to unfettered ownership. When I buy a product, I should have the right to access repair information, tools, and parts necessary to maintain that property for its natural lifespan, without the manufacturer using software or design choices to legally restrict that maintenance.
We reserve the right to protect our brand reputation and limit liability.
If you choose to forego the security and expertise of our exclusive dealerships, you forfeit the safety guarantees that come with our warranty.
The only way to solve this power imbalance is through legislation. State and federal mandates for the right to repair. This will force manufacturers to make parts and manuals available to the public and to independent shops. It will democratize technology.
Legislating complex engineering is dangerous. These mandates force us to expose sensitive intellectual property to the public. This stifles innovation, compromises our competitive edge, and leads to a flood of cheap, substandard knockoff parts that further degrade the user experience.
Innovation isn't stifled. Repairability is prioritized. Your argument is based on maximizing profit through planned obsolescence. This is about making durable, accessible products a priority over short-term revenue.
You talk about a device as simple hardware, but modern tech is a complex blend of hardware and proprietary software. When you demand access to repair it, you are demanding access to our intellectual property, the code and design that make the product valuable. That, should not be free.
The legalities around intellectual property are challenging, I concede, but the solution is not to lock out the consumer. The solution is to reform IP law to prioritize the fundamental right to repair property that has already been purchased.
And until that day, our warranty and control mechanisms are the only way to ensure quality and safety for the consumer.
Miss Warranty, I maintain that the right to repair is a moral and environmental imperative. We must fight planned obsolescence, end the monopoly of exclusive dealerships, and ensure consumer sovereignty over the products we purchase.
Mr. Fixit, I conclude that we must prioritize safety and protect innovation. The liability risks associated with the digital brick phenomenon and the essential protection of intellectual property necessitate corporate control over repair processes backed by a clear warranty system.
Your wallet and the planet deserve better. Demand the right to fix.
Be careful what you wish for. An unqualified repair can cost you much more in the end.
And with that powerful, relevant, and highly contentious impasse, we conclude today's debate on the right to repair.
Mr. Fixit presented a passionate case for consumer rights and environmental protection, attacking planned obsolescence and the monopoly of exclusive dealerships.
While I, Ms. Warranty, argued for corporate responsibility, the protection of intellectual property, and consumer safety from the dreaded digital brick.
Now it is up to you. Whose side are you on? And remember the incredible benefit you just gained. You have successfully trained your ear to understand complex legal and technical English arguments, specialized vocabulary, and natural conversational flow. If you followed that, your English is truly superb.
If you struggled with any of the terms, remember our golden advice. Pause, look up the word, and listen again, and again. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more intense, high-value debates every single day on Fluent Talk.
Join us next time for EP 21, where we will dive into a critical discussion on universal basic income. Is it the future of economic security or a recipe for disaster?
That promises to be an essential discussion. Thank you for challenging your English skills with us today.
Bye for now, and remember, consistent listening leads to total fluency.